from Fitkinilife. If you don't know who I am, I'm a certified chef going to school to become a registered dietitian, and I make health, fitness, and lifestyle videos. So I hope you guys enjoy this next video. It is going to be about nutrition books. So this video I'm going to be talking about my top health and nutrition books. There are so many out there. These are the ones that I've currently read that have just changed my whole view about health and nutrition. I have a ton in my Amazon save for later card, so there's probably going to be another video somewhere in the future about better books, but for right now I've got a bunch right here, so let's get to it. So I think we should start off with probably my favorite one. It is the Food Revolution. How to change your diet. How your diet can help save your life and our world. And I just loved this book. The author is John Robbins, and his dad and uncle started Baskin-Robbins. And this just opened my eyes, like how he grew up on basically eating ice cream every single day to being like a complete vegan. And I just love the stories he tells. I love the facts. He talks about animal cruelty a lot. There are some pretty graphic stuff, but it's something that I think we all should know. I know a lot of meat eaters just get like, oh, you know, animals are here on this earth for us, and get all kind of crazy about it, but honestly, there's a whole side that we don't see. We see the delicious McDonald's burger, we see the delicious meat or the steak on our plate, but we don't know how it got there. I'm never gonna tell someone like you should be vegan, like you don't eat meat, that's disgusting. I just want people to cut back and kind of just step out for a second and realize, what are they actually eating? You know, first of all, it's not good for you, and second of all, it's terrible for the animals and our environment doing that. But cutting back would be so awesome. Cutting back to just eating meat a couple times a week. Once or twice. Like, come on guys. It's 2017. So, but this is a great starter book. So I think this is probably one of my favorites. He has another book, I think it's called The American Diet, which I definitely want to pick up. So yeah, recommend this one. My next one would probably be The Fast Food Nation. So this next one is called Fast Food Nation, and this is really great. The first half of the book is all about how fast food restaurants came to be. So this is great if you're interested in that, the history, all about that, but it doesn't really talk about how crappy fast food restaurants are until like towards the end. It talks about the slaughter homes and how just crappy people are treated in slaughter homes, and how where our meat and dairy comes from. And it was a huge eye-opener. I didn't realize that factory workers in slaughter homes are treated so crappy, and just the things that happens in slaughter homes. I don't even want to get into detail, but this was really good and interesting. So if you want a kind of an interesting, fun read, but then it gets more crazy towards the end, I recommend this book, Fast Food Nation. And by the way guys, I get most of my books on Amazon. I usually buy used books. They're so cheap. I can find books for $1 and then you pay like $3.99 for shipping, which is so cheap. And I do go to Barnes & Noble's a couple times and buy a book because I feel like it's my own. I love books. I love reading. I'm like, oh, I need to support Barnes & Noble's every once in a while, but usually Amazon is the way to go. So, and I'll have all the links to the books in the down bar so you guys can check them out, find used ones, or just buy a new one if you want. So next one is Crazy Sexy Diet by Chris Carr. I love her. This was a turning point for me. This was probably one of the first like vegan books I read, and this was a huge just light bulb went off moment. I love this book because it's so fun. Like there's just pictures. I mean, that was not fun, that slaughter home, but like it's just how it's laid out. It's just really fun. Really opened my mind to the dairy and how crappy dairy is for you in the dairy industry, and I was like, whoa, like I need to be more conscious of what I'm eating. She got diagnosed with some really weird cancer that's like incurable, so that's why she went super healthy and clean and started juicing and eating, caring about what she eats and her health, and her cancer doesn't grow. So it's like a slow growing cancer, and if she eats healthy and clean, it doesn't grow, it doesn't get worse. If you guys don't know, my husband was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma, Ever since then, we've really been about health and fitness and just caring about what we eat in our bodies. So it's really, this book meant a lot to us because she had cancer and she wrote this book, and I was like, I'm gonna follow this diet. It also has great recipes in the back. It tells you like what supplements you should be taking, superfoods, all that stuff. So definitely recommend this if you want like a fun light read but want to just start off with a good vegan book or just a health book. Now that we're talking on the subject of cancer, this is Beating Cancer with Nutrition. Obviously this is not going to apply to everyone, but I highly recommend this if you guys know anyone with cancer, anyone suffering. It's a great book. They do have recipes in here, and there is some little bit of dairy like yogurt and some meats like tuna and chicken. So I wouldn't base it off too much of this, but for the most part they have a general great idea of health. So this is great if you know someone who's suffering, you know, from cancer. My next one is for all the ladies, and this is called Eat Pretty. I love this book. I think this lady, from what I remember, she was working in like an office at a big magazine. She was like a beauty writer, and she just started feeling crappy and wanted to take control of her health. So this is amazing because it tells detailed breakdowns of stuff. It goes like coffee and alcohol, like what it does, what things you should avoid for having glowing skin, good hair. It has a bunch of different recipes, which I really like. This is a fun read. I know she has a couple other books, and it tells you things like on the back it says celery for skin hydration, raspberries for luscious hair, dandelion greens for detox, which is super fun. It makes it fun, cute, and playful. And I just really like this. This is a great read, so I recommend this book. My next one is my main man, David Wolf. This guy's like super about health, and I mean, look at his picture. He's just so happy, and you know, like, so. But this talks about all superfoods. This is a book you would read, but it's a great reference book because you can go like, okay, what's maca? What's hemp seeds? There are so many superfoods, and I feel like superfoods are very trendy, and it's hard to kind of distinguish, oh, like what superfood should I have and all that. It even has recipes, which is great. My friend actually recommended this to me, and I really love this book because it tells you like what maca does, the benefits. So you can kind of learn about like spirulina, chlorella, you know, green algae, aloe vera, what it does, and it gives you how you can use it. So this is a great reference book. This is a great book if you're starting to get into the superfoods, whole foods, the greens, all that stuff. My next one I am actually just started, so I can't give you too much information about it, but it's called The China Study. If you are interested in veganism or vegetarianism, you probably have heard about The China Study. This is an amazing book. I like this book because a PhD doctor wrote it, T. Colin Campbell, and his son, forwarded by John Grimes, this guy. So this guy who wrote my favorite book helped with this book. Well, he did the foreword of it. So it does get pretty technical with like the experiments and, you know, the terms, very much doctor-like. But it is a good book if you care about the studies, the research. I know a lot of these books are based off of someone's opinion. You know, they're based off, this is what I did. And it's hard to kind of distinguish like what's right, what's wrong. But when it's coming from an actual doctor who did studies like the China Study, you're getting hard, cold facts information. I just read about protein and how protein actually too much of it can give you cancer and promote that. Tests and studies on rats and humans. But this is a great one if you want more of a serious read and more of like a doctor perspective than just someone's opinion. Beauty Detox Food, and this is by Kimberly Snyder. She is a nutritionist, and she's got a lot of great recipes. This is a pretty fun read. I believe she's a raw vegan. And if you guys don't know what raw is anything that's not cooked. So it's pretty much all vegan food, which is no meat, no dairy, but then they don't cook their food. So they don't do like rice, because they feel like when you cook food, it gets rid of the nutrition values. And I totally agree with that. You know, if you overcook broccoli, most of your nutrients in the broccoli is gonna get, you know, cooked out. But I think that going raw is great if you're trying to do a cleanse or a detox, or having a couple days you go raw, but I definitely think having potatoes and carbs and starches are good for you. So, but yeah, this is great because a lot of great recipes like beauty foods, wrinkle-free skin, breakfast stuff. She has a bunch of these books, so I would check one first out. Next one is Food Inc. I watched the documentary on Netflix and I loved it. It really, another one was a really eye-opener. Well, hi, kitty. Why, you? Hey, Princess Apollo. Yeah. So cute. This is kitty. Kitty. This is just another great read about our meat and dairy industry. So I really like this one. And about cheap meats, cheap dairy and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, I'm gonna have the links to all these books below, and I'm probably gonna make another one of these videos because like I said, I have a lot saved in my cart. I just have a bunch more books I need to read before I buy more books. It's a terrible habit of mine, just keep buying books when I have already a stack of books to read. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.